What about you, man? You have some on-set experiences? You do some weird things for some change?
Like that coffee at 3 a.m.
Yeah.
We're trying to film.
Hey.
I had somebody one time get mad at me on set because I said, sir. I was like, here's your thing, sir. And he's like, you just call me sir?
That's mighty whitey.
I've had that before.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
On-set experiences. What the fuck?
Real talk.
Welcome back to Real Talk After Dark, where we keep it real about life and film. Super excited about tonight, episode 20. We've made it this far.
Oh, yeah.
We've been through
Congratulations.
scams. We've been through originality. We can talk about draws us to film, podcast on podcast, talking about man of many talents, our special guest. And shout out to Kevin Caliber. Surprise, Real Talk. That was fun. Theater, stage talk, impact of AI, video game, movie, spoof it up. Funny things to, we call life. The horror deep dive. We did a YouTube hot take. We did a Gone But Not Forgotten. We talked about superheroes and supervillains, television series, Disney Expo. That led into some haunted fun stuff, and then a school episode, and then it was a boys' night out where we just kind of rambled on about a lot of fun things. So
all I gotta say
20.
is, I watched last week's episode the other day, and going off the rails is not even the word to use. I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, what the fuck were we on?
Yeah, we're on one. Well,
it was on High on Life is where we were. That's where we were.
yeah.
My good sir.
It was a good time.
Yeah.
A lot of laughs.
Dude,
But thank you for joining us tonight. Tonight we're going to talk about some on-set experiences, some film set experiences as filmmakers, and just talk about set life and things like that.
Yeah.
The good
Oh,
and the
boy.
bad.
speaking of, on-set experiences, I'm pissed off that I'm not having one right now.
Because on-set a little bit.
Well, because I just found out that this weekend in New Jersey, they're filming Happy Gilmore 2, and they needed extras.
Oh, that'd be fun.
$1,500 to be an extra, and I'm like,
Damn.
are you freaking kidding me, dude?
That would be a lot of fun.
I would have done that movie for free just to say I was on an Adam Sandler film.
Damn. That would have been so cool.
Just the background, just like, hey, what's up?
Right.
It's like, honest to God truth, it's some of the best times I've had in my life.
Yeah. And hopefully, for everybody, everything looks right and everything goes right. No technical difficulties tonight, because last week it was just
Kind of chaotic.
So, hey, but we rolled with it. And that's the best part, is whenever you can make the best of something, you know what I mean? Even the worst of a situation or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And I wouldn't even say it was really that bad. It was just, but we made the best of it. And we rolled with it. We kept going with it.
Yeah, you kind of got to laugh in times like that.
Exactly, just like an on-set experience would be.
Mm-hmm.
You know? I mean, it happens. Except, obviously, whenever you're making a movie, all that stuff's cut out and you see that stuff in the bloopers. But, you know what I mean?
You're saying that. I watched the bloopers from Halloween Unforgiven. And, the best thing is the very end is, cut. We got Myers' ass in the shot. And then you cut to,
butt crack.
Hey, and there I got my plumber's butt crack going.
Yeah, it was on. I saw full-blown Myers butt crack.
There's at one point. And so, I just told you before we came on, I was showing my nephew and his friends the Halloween Unforgiven last night. And we get to the part where Joe shows up to Fred's house, John Tate's house.
Yeah.
And he's knocking on the door, and John's taking forever to answer. And I'm like, shh. I'm like, that's because me and Fred were in there talking, and we had no idea why somebody was knocking on the door. We're sitting there thinking, and he goes, who the hell's knocking on the door? We're getting ready to start filming. He goes, oh, crap, we're probably filming.
Let's say if anybody hasn't seen the commentary or the 1 year anniversary screening whenever we did a live Q&A, now you know on the podcast.
I wish we would have.
That was great, by the way.
When we did the commentary, I wish we would have had this.
Yeah, so
because that commentary is so
messed up our audio on that one because I didn't have my headphones, and so I just kind of went with it.
Yeah.
Rolled with it. Didn't realize I had the volume turned up too loud, so our voices
voices are too hard. Yeah.
I mean, you can still make out some things, but
muffled.
But it was funny because, like, I think the three of us went and watched it one day, and we're just like,
That's fun.
you know, like, just very muffled, and we're just like, we're too busy laughing.
That was a good time.
But you know, I think back to my first time on a film set, which ironically was for you.
It's wild. Back in the good old Rave Master.
The Rave Master 5. Yeah. And
So we had a whole Raver series on the Dead Zone channel that I did back in the day. That was a good time. But that was a fun on-set experience, except for some of the people that wouldn't listen.
yeah.
We had asked them not to play where we were filming. There's arcade games, so we asked them not to be playing in there while we were filming and setting up and trying to pass the time. And next thing you know, they're in there playing games, and I'm like, "Yo, guys, everybody, what are you doing?"
And then you accidentally got drunk that night because
Yeah, back when I was drinking.
Accidentally.
No, because
yeah.
the girl that played the bartender on the movie, she was supposed to give them apple juice shots except for the main shot, and she kept giving them like Fireball and stuff, and
Yep.
he didn't notice it until about halfway through, and he's like,
Yeah.
"Wait a minute, why do I feel drunk?"
Yeah, we were drinking quite a bit.
Damn.
It wasn't. So we just meant it was only supposed to be the first one. The first shot was supposed to be the realistic, so we had the take of us like reacting to it. But yeah,
And he looks over, and there's the apple juice bottle. He's like, "Why isn't that opened yet?" And then it
That's how you
clicked.
figure it out.
So if you go and you watch the
well, it's
movie,
just because I'm in the moment and
Yeah.
directing and stuff. I was doing so many things and making sure they got the shot and everything, and then I wasn't paying attention. I mean, obviously I knew it was alcohol each time, but I was just like, didn't think that we had as many as we did. Because I mean, obviously, you got to do a couple different takes, but I didn't think that we're gonna keep.
it ended up
drinking it
being
up.
like
It was wild.
it was like 15 shots each.
Damn.
And if you watch the
Oh
movie,
no, we didn't do about that many. I mean, we didn't get that drunk.
you don't think so?
No.
Well, I'm going to disagree with that because of one specific point in the movie. And you see Donnie slugs one back and he goes, "Woo!" and then throws the cups down. I'm like, you could tell Donnie's wasted at that point. It was funny. He's like, his line, he's like, I think he's here. He's like, who? The Rave Master? He's like, don't say that. He goes, why the fuck not? He goes, what's wrong? And like, you can tell Donnie's drunk, and it's just so funny to watch.
Yeah, it's like how you don't say Beetlejuice 3 times. I said just don't say Rave Masters. Don't say call him out. You know what I mean?
Call him out.
Because the second one had that song that call on me, call. So I'm like, don't call on him. You know, don't do it.
What's it been? 9 years?
I have no idea. It's been so long now. It's been going
So,
probably
like,
going on 10. Yeah, 9, 10 years.
Speaking of Rave Master, I don't know if you know that Cameron lives in the area again.
Oh, that's cool.
I
Yeah, all my DVDs. Check them out. Raver series. You got the best Dead Zone. Everybody check them out.
I still say one of my favorites is hashtag Film Life.
Yeah, hashtag Film Life is a fun one.
That was
We had a lot of
funny
fun.
to watch.
We had a lot of fun doing that. That was actually the first film I did right off of like turning my life around and quit drinking and all that stuff. So hashtag Film Life
You
was
mean
fun.
the time after I messaged you and threatened to beat your ass if you ever did that again?
Hey man, we all got to pass. We let life make us or break us.
Hey,
Real talk.
And you know, the people that live in the house where you did that was Stan and Donna, wasn't it?
Yeah, for hashtag Film Life.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we shot some scenes for Halloween Unforgiving.
Yeah, lovely people. Although they did forget to tell their neighbors when we were filming Halloween that we were filming there.
Oh, these are the ones across the street here? Or?
No.
That's a Scream.
This is over in Jeff City. And we had people outside and standing and they're watching us and they're like, what?
Scary water, bro.
Oh. I'm like, what am I? We can point at. But, so they're like standing out on their porches. They're trying to figure out what we're doing. Mm-hmm. They're like, why are they like? I think one of them actually came over and asked why we were going into Stan and Donna's house. Like, because we're fucking filming. What do you think? You know?
Gosh.
And
Freaking idiots.
like, I still say the craziest thing that happened that whole weekend was the cop car.
What do you mean?
The fact that they actually gave us an actual cop car to use.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I had permission, but
And,
what's funny is
Jeff City.
what's
Yeah.
funny is I should have took advantage because they even was like, "Do you need more?" I
Yeah.
was like, "Nah, I just need like one or two. I'm good." They gave me one or two.
Like,
Dang.
and my nephew's friend thought that Barry and Kevin were actual cops. I was like, no, we thought about doing that when we didn't.
Yeah. I had a fun
The cops in it.
on-set experience with Carrie Elways. He was like my first celebrity that like or like well-known star, you know, like that I've worked with. My first set experience altogether, like on like a big time budget, you know, like shoot days, all, you know, the whole go around. And so that was a lot of fun. We worked together for 3 weeks, and I got to smoke a cigar with the man. That was incredible, and it was awesome. And we drank together. We had some shots together as a crew, celebrating. Signed my copy of Saul.
Yeah,
And
out of
Ryan ouch my foot.
yeah, out of everybody that was on that film
one of my
set,
favorites.
everybody else except for Ryan brought Princess Bride to have him autograph. This dude thinks outside the box.
I went
Although
independent.
I probably would have gone with Liar Liar, but you know that's just me.
Yeah. Well, and it was cool too because I waited to the end of till we wrapped, but I thanked him for coming back for Saw 7 because I was just like, as a fan, it was just cool to see the end of his character, but they should have ended it there. But then they did Jigsaw and Spiral, and then they did Saw X, which is actually good, but it's better than the other two.
Yeah.
But I don't know, and it's crazy because they were going to try to do the every Halloween thing again, and they actually just pushed Saw 11 back to next year, even though it was supposed to come out this year. Like,
damn.
Just like Saw X did last year.
I wonder why they did that.
I don't know, man. Hopefully it's because they want more time to make it better, or they don't have anything. I don't really know, man. Hollywood is Holly weird now, man.
Yeah. It's a strange place.
It is. It is.
No, my first experience on a movie set, 12 or 13? Yeah, 12.
Additional Stones.
Yeah.
Harry Potter spoof
Harry Potter,
type
like,
movie.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really call it it is a
like a
spoof
parody.
now. We
Spoof?
weren't trying to be spoofy.
Yeah, it's so bad.
We weren't trying to be bad, but it was supposed to be like, you know, kind of as a mix between, like we said, Lord of the Rings and Harry Potter. Because it's going to be like we could use wands. We found stones. We had wizards. We had like all these different things going on, and we were supposed to do. I think we talked about doing like 5 of them or something. We only did 1.5. We finished like half of 13 with additional stones. We found out there was a 13th, you know, secret stone, which is hence the title. Spoiler.
I always wanted to put my swords in the movie.
But yeah, we were wanting to bring swords in and stuff, and it was just a small thing that we did. It was fun.
You guys were what?
Dude,
I think I was
15, 14.
Yeah.
12, maybe?
Yeah, it was young. That was literally the first short I ever shot ever.
You had like long hair.
But I don't really officially like account that. I mean, it's still part of my start. Like I won't talk about it, but like it wasn't until like, I mean, Chances was like really my first official like trying to make a movie. I mean, I'm not saying we weren't trying. We were having fun.
I understand. Ours was just like basement home stuff.
It was fun. It was so much fun. We had a blast.
I don't think Chances would be when you really started trying.
No, yeah, because that was
the one. Script.
No, it is because it's the one that launched me into doing better and making more and taking it seriously. Because if it wasn't for it getting picked up, the trailer getting shown at a Piasol Film Festival, and then it getting seen and saying like, "Oh, I want to give you your own theatrical release," and I had it at Eastgate and that, you know, what I mean, which is now being the Rifle Place or whatever, but. I had a premiere there and all that stuff. So I mean, it's literally the movie that kind of just hijacked, kind of was what made me go, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You got something here.
Because we were doing a little bit of shorts on Dead Zone and this and that, but chances I was like, let's make a serious film kind of for fun while I figure out what to do, because that was my transition from animation to film, because I was like, I don't want to draw
We
anymore.
took a chance.
Chances. Yeah.
That's why I consider it my first, because like chances, you know.
Like now, the first movie I saw of yours was Spirit Tree.
Yeah.
And I really thought that had a really good story behind it. I was like, damn. And, you know, and I said it last week, and, you know, I'll say it again. The chemistry between Joe and the girl that played his girlfriend was just so well done. It was like, and, you know, I've talked to Joe about it several times, because I thought they were together in real life. And it's like, he's like, no. He goes, dude, I didn't meet her until that weekend.
Yeah, it was. It's just that's
Talent.
just what happens when you got a good script,
Yeah.
a good director, and some good talent,
An okay producer.
and people know how to put themselves together. You know,
Yeah.
so
Like, it was well done. It was well written. Bill, you know, Bill being, you know, who he was in the movie was perfect. Like, hearing him yell and scream gave me flashbacks to when he would yell and scream at me when I would do something really stupid. You know, and it was so perfect. And I'm like, that's a movie that, you know, could have been an hour and a half, 2 hour movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I think people would have really been into it, you know.
Yeah. I know I brought this up once before too in a podcast when we were talking. I forget which episode it was exactly, but it was with Casper Van Dien. I got to work with him on Darkness Reigns, and we had a few days together, and he was just the coolest guy, down to earth, so nice. I mean, I couldn't say anything bad about the man. He was a good guy, and he didn't act like he was better than anyone else. He treated you like a human being, and I loved that about him. But it was just really cool, just how neat he was, and he just had fun with everybody. In that moment, whenever we was crossing paths, I was going down the stairs and he was going up, and he just was like, gave me a little Johnny Cage to the crotch, and was like, "You just been caged," and I was just kind of like. It was funny because I was going along with it, like, oh, dang, you know, I was like, fatality. But as he was going back to his room and stuff, I was just like, oh, shit, I just got caged.
You know, it's funny you brought him up because he popped up on people you may know on Facebook, and I'm thinking, like, it can't really be him.
His wife's got a podcast going on now, I think. An 80s podcast, I believe.
Shit.
So,
yeah.
So I'm looking, it says we have a couple friends.
I need to look it up so I can shout him out.
And I'm like, wait a minute, Ryan's a friend with him on Facebook. I'm like, it's got to really be him then because, you know, they work together.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, you know, I'll try. So I sent him a friend request, and about 2 minutes later, he added me back.
That's cool.
And, you know, I've talked to him a couple times, and very down to earth, very laid back. You know, so... He is somebody that I would love to film a movie with.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Well, you guys can keep talking.
He's looking for that podcast.
I know. He's intently looking. He's like, I
remember the Funny Junk days.
Funny Junk. There's another thing because Jackass is so big.
Didn't you put your foot through a windshield or something in one of the episodes?
No, I got hit by my own car.
Well, yeah.
I was filming, I think. No, I was there. I was definitely there, but
Oh yeah, you were there.
I don't remember if I was filming or what.
What?
Something went through a windshield. That's all I remember.
His body. He went to do the roll on top of the hood.
Other B-side video rentals. Shout out to B-side video rentals.
Huh.
I'm sorry, it took so on my phone.
Video rentals?
Blame technology.
I blame technology for a lot of things. But, you know, so,
where were we, sirs?
What's your favorite character you've ever played in a movie?
See, that's
Michael Myers.
well, yeah. You know, I talk about that one the most, obviously. But I think, you know, I probably the unnamed character from Ravemaster 5, because that was my first time on set. I had so much fun on it, and that's what made me want to keep doing this. And it was like, you know, I didn't have a character name, like I said, you know, but you know, I didn't think he caught, because like the big climax, you know, Cameron's dancing and, you know, showing off his moves, and the end of it, I go, bitch.
Yep.
And I didn't think he caught that, and he kept it in.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
When we were editing, I was like, "This is hilarious. We gotta keep that in."
You know,
Bitchin'.
and like what I thought was really
good.
cool was you saw the movie magic, because it looked like we were in a dance room with a ton of people, and there was like 6 of us. And we're all dancing so close, you know, and
There wasn't 6 of it. I'd say there was. I
Or
mean,
maybe-
there was a.
maybe 10 or 15.
No, there was a few. More than a dozen for sure.
You think so?
No,
Damn.
easily. I mean, there was.
It just,
I mean, by the end of the night, it was dwindling down.
yeah. But like, it looked like we were in a, you know, in a club with people, and
Up in the club,
Like-
party up in the club.
Raven.
like that was the first time that I had met,
Rafe chilled on.
what's her name?
Oh, Reezy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sorry, Reezy.
Reezy don't listen to this. She ain't got time.
No, she was school and kids, no. But, you know, that's understandable. But, like, I remember thinking, I'm like, she come to this thing in a church dress. Which, ironically,
Hey, man, people go partying in anything. You know?
it was funny because I was joking about that. And years later, she told me, she goes, no, that's what I wear to church on Sunday sometimes. And I started laughing. And I'm like, I was only joking. And I'm just like, you know, here I am in jeans and a t-shirt and, you know, in the club, and she's all dressed up, and it's like, man, making me look underdressed. I felt, you know, like a loser. And
Nah.
it just, like, that night was so fun because, like, you know, he was, you know, making jokes and making everybody laugh. You had David there doing his Asian gimmick, and that was funny. And that was the first night I met him, the first night I met David. And, you know, despite the issues he had on set with, you know, different things, you know, he still made sure that before I left to come over and thank me, you know, for coming out. And he liked all the help that I gave him. And
That's how you guys met?
yeah,
When you just showed up?
yeah. I drove up. Donnie called me that day. He goes, "Hey, dude, you want to go to a movie set?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I ain't got nothing going on. I'm not working today, so sure." Because
That's cool.
just like now, warehouses were kind of slowed down at that point. So it was like I worked, you know, maybe 2 or 3 days a week. So I was like,
I have an on-set experience that was probably one of the, like my worst on-set experiences. And I won't say like any names or what movie it said it was, but it was a school student film project, and yeah, it was. I was ADing for it, and he just didn't know what he wanted, and sometimes would have something set up and spend all that time. By the time it was set up, he's like, he didn't like it and wanted to switch sides after all that time setting up for the shot. And it was just like, he just, I don't know, it just wasn't listening. It was a rough time on set. Even when we were wrapping, I was moving a lamp or something, and it freaking broke and it sliced my finger open. It was just a rough set, man, altogether, because it was just like a lot of moving parts, and I was trying my best. I was kind of, I had another AD there that was kind of like he was my mentor, but he was kind of like, almost like training me on that student film set in a sense too. But I was trying, but he just, the director just wasn't listening to me. It just was rough. And then by the end of it, because of his decisions, they were going over budget. And then they were like, well, I know that we had offered you this, but can we? And I'm just like, I was like, nope. This is what we. And I was like,
Yeah.
I almost was like, you should pay me more just because just how bad it was, man. I mean, I met some cool people and stuff, but it was just a rough experience.
Yeah.
Just wasn't listening, and I think everybody understood that. Everybody saw that. Everybody felt it. So,
I'd say one of the most interesting times I had was when we did what was the name of that? Thank you something. That 48-hour project we did with Corey.
oh yeah, 2021.
Yeah, thank you something. I feel bad that I can't remember, but I came out with Ryan to do this, and there wasn't a whole lot of parts, which at the time we didn't really know that, and Corey felt so bad that I came out there and I stayed the whole time, but I helped do other little things, and he made sure that I got recognition in the at the end credits. And
it's cool.
It was really neat getting to see it, from that point of view, because you see how much work goes into something like that, and so the people that do the 48-hour project every year have got my respect, because that is a pain in the ass process.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I've been on sets where a PA has backed into a car with the van, the grip truck. I've actually been in an accident driving a truck onto, and I forget exactly what all happened, but it was hard to see or whatever, but I think I slammed on the brakes, and I think it was the car, or no, I think I didn't realize there was a car behind me or something. I was backing up maybe to try to get, I don't know. I didn't, I know I did one. I witnessed somebody do one. I've also watched people work one day on a film set, 12 or 14 hour day, and then not show back up again. I would never see them again, because some people aren't built for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a process.
You're saying that happened on Halloween.
Somebody didn't show up or showed up and worked one day.
So somebody showed up. They showed up late, first off, and they were supposed to be part of makeup and all that stuff, and didn't do a damn thing with that. We ended up needing to use them for another part because
she played the body double of the girlfriend.
She was a makeup artist.
So she's there all day, and she brought her, at the time, was her friend, and he just looked at all of us like, I'm gonna kill you if you keep talking to her, and da 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 da.
You scared me to take his girlfriend or something, man.
So then comes day 2 and 3. She's supposed to be there all 3 days.
You hear that, Chip?
Yeah, it's upstairs, but so we don't hear from her. She doesn't show up. We call her, text her, nothing. And it was like, well, I'm glad we invited her.
And day 3, she never showed up. Yeah.
Well, she didn't show up for day 2 either. She was just here day 1.
Oh yeah, because we switched to the kill days.
Yeah,
around. That's right. Yeah.
Because we were trying to.
That's right. Yeah.
Because we were trying to.
She just felt like she got her part in and she was done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, man, and then there's all of us who were there until,
Did you put her in the credits?
Well, yeah.
Wait, I mean, I got to kill her in the movie.
She played the body double. She played the, so.
Yeah.
Which, looking at that last night, I thought that was really cool how we did it. So, I kill her, and then I open the door, and she just, and you see blood going down. It's in Ryan's apartment, and you just see it go down his linoleum entrance.
It's pretty good.
I was like, that's pretty cool. But yeah, it's like, man, how can you be that disrespectful? I'm like, I know you're not getting paid to be here, but if you make, an agreement with somebody to be on set all 3 days, like Joe lived in, what was it, St. Charles he lives in?
Yeah.
And Joe drove there every day to be there.
A whole 4 hours?
It was like 2
I told him he could stay. But,
yeah.
I mean,
you even offered to, get him a cheap hotel room even. But Joe would get up early in the morning, drive all the way back down there.
Yep.
He would stay until probably midnight, maybe 1 o'clock, except for the last night. He was there until, 6 a.m., I think it was. And it's like, that right there showed commitment,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he finally figured to take the safety off,
I was on a set experience one time where it was hilarious because I was upstairs keeping up the upstairs quiet where they were filming downstairs.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody was quiet upstairs. I was the lockdown PA, letting everybody know we were rolling, this and that, everything. Nobody was upstairs moving. But then all of a sudden I hear like the AD just calling from us, like, stop moving upstairs, stop moving. And I call over, I'm like, nobody's moving. And then I see his head from like the bottom of the stairs, just like, he's like, then what is that noise? I'm just like, I don't know. And then somebody was like, oh, it was this or whatever. And they were like, oh, and he's like, sorry. I'm just like, damn, I was like, I told you, I said it was coming from upstairs.
That reminds me.
What more can I say?
Sitting there yelling, what the hell was that?
I was like, it ain't coming from up here, I'm telling you.
That reminds me of a set I was on. I don't even remember what the hell it was about. I just remember playing a cop or something, and there's a scene where they're doing something, and so the rest of us are in this. We did this at the guy's apartment, so we're in his room, and all we hear is, "We need you guys to be quiet in there." We can hear you, and we're like, "We're not doing anything loud." We were talking like this. And the damn mic picked us up like 2 rooms away, and he literally played it for us. Like, you could hear the whole conversation we're having.
Mics are sensitive, man.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like, what the hell? Sensitive. We're like, dude, we're sorry we got mad at you. We didn't realize it. And it's like, talking like that, I'm like, that's when I first learned about how good mics are. Some of them are. And I'm like, that's insane, because it sounded like we were literally right up on the mic, and we were 2 rooms away. But like, he kept getting pissed at us, and finally we're like, dude, nobody's talking loud. What the hell are you talking about? And he finally played it back for us. And we're like, are you shitting me? This thing picked us up all the way back there? What the heck? Like, we felt bad afterwards. like I said, I don't even remember what it was about. I've never even seen it.
Well,
but
that's pretty crazy.
I mean, crazy time, but we had a great time on set.
You have any favorites of mine, Dalton?
Any what?
Any favorites
of yours?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Halloween Unforgiven for sure.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, just because I know the most about it.
What?
Just letting you over there yawning.
Yeah.
You gotta hold it in, bro.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
Oh, was you kidding?
Oh, yeah, because I know the most about that movie, and I made it to the 1-year anniversary.
Yeah. That was it wasn't a time on film set, but that was an interesting time, to say the least.
Yeah.
We get there. I don't know if you remember.
So far away, bro.
I don't know if you remember, but
you're gonna be cut off again.
So like, if you go back and you watch,
off the damn podcast.
If you go watch the 1-year anniversary video, we were supposed to start this at like 6 o'clock, and like we get there, and the girl has no idea what we're talking about. It's like 5:45 in the evening or some shit, and Sarah's like, "What do you mean you don't know what we're talking about? There's nobody here. All the stuff that they paid for wasn't done." And you see Sarah go, "I swear to God, if they don't get here now, I'm gonna beat somebody's ass." Like she was like legit mad. He left it in the vlog.
So it was like we had this all set up, and all of a sudden you just just
like, it was the most unprofessional thing I think I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And not knocking them, because I mean, shit happens.
Mm-hmm. Dang.
But like,
yeah, I felt bad because it was like, this chick apparently, she said she didn't know. She just got a call and was like, "You need to be up there." I was like, "Huh?"
Oh man.
It's like they had this set up. What was it, like 2 or 3 months in advance?
They knew what was up.
And like,
set the date and everything. It was all good to go.
Yeah. And it's like, how are you gonna not have everything set up when he paid the money for this? like, yeah, I was just like, wow. And, you know, you see Sarah, you know, she's visibly frustrated. And I'm like,
I bet.
and,
Sarah get mad.
yeah, it was interesting. Like, you know, I'm like,
She will get mad.
because it wasn't a big time movie theater. It was a little, looked like an independent movie theater type thing. You know, you would think that they would show the respect to the independent filmmakers and stuff, and
Yeah. They didn't have the posters up.
they didn't have nothing up. They wasn't on the marquee. The posters weren't up. They weren't even there.
Yeah.
The restaurant was open, but the movie theater wasn't. And it's like, thank God it wasn't the '90s when we had, you know, film reels and, you know, we had it on a flash drive, so it was a lot easier to, you know, handle. And it just, I'm like, I told him, I said, dude, I would never do business with these people again. No offense.
Yeah.
But, you know, it's like that level of unprofessionalism, no apology, no nothing. Like, I don't even think you got a part of your money back or anything.
I don't think so. No. I mean,
I'm just like,
it is what it was.
It just left a bad taste in my mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because like, if
You got a bad taste in your mouth, bro. Just
yeah, chew and spit on that thing.
no, you don't got to spit on anything. I'm just saying. Just
Hey, it's scoozy. I'm talking, man.
Oh, me, Lord.
Do you mind if I talk for a minute?
I'm talking here.
Talking.
Does that sound familiar? I'm talking here. Okay, I'm talking.
But like,
It's the hand gestures that are the best.
but like, it's like
Kind of have to. Everybody does it. I mean, because you know you got.
It's like, you know, he didn't spend, you know, a cheap amount of money. It was a pretty penny, and damn ear itches, and he just got screwed over 3 ways a Sunday.
I don't know any on-set experience about any of that stuff.
Huh?
I don't know about any on-set experiences about that stuff. What about all the? Should we talk about our on-set experiences? Should we get a little after dark and talk about like some naughty on-set experiences, things that have been going on?
Well, I think you'd be the only one that would have that.
And I don't mean to get naughty. I don't mean naughty.
Naughty.
Like, let's get naughty. I don't mean to make light
Real
of it. I just
freaking
mean,
naughty.
What about some of these?
Nobody makes me bleed my own.
What about all this horrible stuff that nobody's talking? You know,
You really want me to go there?
You know,
Again?
it's like, you know,
You really want me to go there?
Nickelodeon, all that BS.
What?
You know,
What?
just the on-set experiences with the kids in Nickelodeon and stuff like that.
Oh, dude. Okay.
The
Well,
essays?
I'm just saying, like, we don't have to talk about ours. We
Oh,
want to talk about
okay,
other
so
on-set experiences.
Have you watched Quiet
not
on the
just
Set?
ours. Oh, yeah.
That was intense. My mom's husband watched that with me, okay? He's a very mild-mannered Christian man, you know. He's a deacon in a church. And his response is, I would hang him by his nuts, cut them off, shove them down his throat, and then bury him 6 feet under.
Well, there's
I'm
that
like-
after dark we're looking for right there.
I'm like,
That's all.
holy crap, dude.
Whoa.
I'm like, that came from
Yeah.
a deacon.
No, yeah, it's some dark stuff that
Yeah.
the kids went through. It's sad to think about. Like, and I don't mean to talk like in a negative light. I mean, it's all negative. I don't mean to get like negative to talk about, but it's like if you don't talk about the uncomfortable stuff or bring that stuff to light, people don't. You can't make, you know, you gotta be aware of it. People are just, otherwise they don't see it and stuff. But yeah, the quiet on set stuff, and you hear about it and everything, and you just feel bad for them. Like, and the sad thing is, you know, we all at one point, like, we're going back to last week talking about being judgmental and stuff, when we were seeing like Drake or, you know, even recently with Justin Bieber, stuff like that, and we see them going through things, and we were making fun of them or whatever. And we didn't, you know, you don't realize people's stories, but some things are coming to light. So you start seeing it, and you realize you go back, and it's like, I mean, I'm not
still
gonna lie.
I still don't feel bad.
I'm not gonna lie. I felt pretty shitty.
I don't.
You gotta think about it, man. I mean, how would you like it if you were on the other end of that? Like, somebody was touching on you, but people were making fun of you on the other end of that spectrum. You know what I mean? I mean, it's always going to happen. People are always poking jokes with people, in front of people and behind each other's backs, to and from people. And some harmful, some not. You know, some loving, just fun jokes. You know,
I just,
stuff like that.
I had an experience like that really young, and people made fun of me for it, and I'm just, and maybe I'm just different. It really didn't bother me. I mean, I look back at it now and I laugh because of the events that happened and what happened afterwards.
It shouldn't even be anything around that, just genre or table or idea. It shouldn't be funny at all.
My thing is,
I'm just saying. But I mean, we didn't know that was going on behind the scenes.
Now, I do.
I guess it's okay because we're like, we're like.
I do want to bring to light.
It's not okay. I don't know why I said that.
Something that you had mentioned online this week about Mila and Ashton were getting divorced. They actually both came out and said, I don't know where the hell that came from. We're doing just fine. Because I had read the same things you had, and I'm like, well, dude, that sucks. And I
guess it's just
false alarm.
Supports all that stuff though.
No, I think Ashton really wasn't paying attention back then because. No.
Well, it's even crazier, bro. It's like we don't know, and I'm not trying to say, but it's just like it's almost like even if he's hiding in plain sight because he stands up for like trafficking and stuff like that, and children
trapped in the closet.
Everything. R. Kelly trapped in the closet.
You listen to that song now, and it just.
Dalton got his first taste of it last weekend because he never heard it. So I was like, let me hit you with
how many did you listen to? Because there's like 22 parts of that.
No, there's 33.
33. I made it to like.
What?
It's 33.
I quit listening at like 22, and that was like 15 years ago.
He watched the first 2 chapters and was like, I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Kind of far in there.
Yeah.
It was. Hey, man.
Yeah.
See, it was catchy for a second.
Yeah.
Bridget with the midget?
Yeah. If we don't keep it tight knit, whatnot, we're going to start going off the rails again.
Sure.
Because I want to rail into too much of any of that. I'm just talking about on-set experiences. Not really.
And, you hear about stuff like that, sadly, more and more in today's society. And it's like I said, I watched Quiet on the Set, and my response was, where the hell were the parents? Why were they not there?
Some parents knew, but they were too scared of their kids blaming them for losing their job.
There was one parent, and she talks. She was a helicopter parent the entire time, and her son ended up losing his spot on the shows. Mm-hmm. And her response was, I am so glad that I did what I did. I have no shame for it. And he was pissed at his mom for years. And he goes, I'm glad she did what she did because that could have been me. Because you hear, that was one of the most depressing things I have ever sat through and watched because the things you heard. Mm-hmm. And you look.
It's rough.
You look at some of these kids, you look at Amanda Bynes.
Stuff doesn't need to be happening.
No.
People need to be keeping a close eye, and people need to stop being so freaking perverted and everything.
Well,
yeah.
All right,
stop going after the children and all that BS.
We're all perverts. Yes. But in a
normal
the
perverted way I'm saying, more like pedophilia.
My thing is, okay.
Type of pervert.
Child people.
What? What about a 10, 11, 12-year-old kid, is enticing to a grown-ass adult? I don't understand that. That tells me that you're a loser and people your own age know you're a loser and want nothing to do with you. So you think, I wonder if this could happen. And then when you get caught, it's, I knew it was wrong. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again.
Did that happen on set or what's going on here? We're talking on set experiences here. I'm not trying to. flip it because of shit.
Going back to Quiet on the Set.
Yeah.
Literally, that was what happened to Drake Bell. Yeah. You know, and he
I know they had some.
You know, he talks about all that stuff, and literally that was exactly the first thing that the dude said.
Yeah. Maybe we should keep it more personal on sex experiences, because then we're gonna start getting off.
No, I mean, I thought that was a good segue into something.
I'm not saying anything you said was wrong. I'm just saying.
But you know, like,
it's a time and place.
I don't think I've ever seen anything on our sets. Mm-hmm. Any of the sets I've ever been on like that.
I've always tried to I was just always on the watchful lookout for freaking perverts.
I mean,
people looking at kids, like just the way that they might look at a kid and follow a kid, something like that. I don't know.
It's called the pedophile spy. You just know.
Yeah.
And that's something, you know, it's the fact that we have to worry about that is just really sad, because it's like,
I mean, it's always been a thing, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just getting worse.
Yeah. It's like every time you turn around, like, and then
it's the devil.
You know, like
that's what it is.
Like I, you know,
everything's the devil. Mama.
I was gonna say it, but no.
Like I'm a big fan of Jordan Peele's movies. Okay, but there's a clip that keeps going around from their old show back in the day, and he goes, you know, $1 will save a child's life. You know, you're thinking, you know, okay, this is innocent, and then he gives him $5, and he goes. Van comes around and he lets out 5 kids, and I'm like, that's just why are we making that comical? I'm like, human trafficking is not comical. Trafficking kids is not comical, and I'm like,
none of it's comical.
I'm quite amazed that in the world of canceling and, you know, backlash and all that, I have not heard anybody bash them or try to cancel them or anything, because like
nobody wants to talk about the uncomfortable stuff. That's why.
You know.
That's the problem. So when it comes to that, mental health, anything and everything that we could do to fix and everything. But, you know, I've never had to deal with that on set.
No.
An experience. On set experiences.
You know, the only things I've seen on sets are like what happened with Bill on one set.
I've seen some people get drunk, and we get drunk every good old time. You know.
You know, Bill.
Yeah.
Bill got screwed over on set once, and he was visibly pissed, and you know, rightfully so.
I think we talked about that before, about the zombie set,
and then
I don't even name the title or the person, but
and then you know on Halloween Unforgiving, you know, my problem was person showed up 2 hours late, which I understand, you know, running behind, but coming from where they were coming from, there's no way you got lost. There's no way GPS got you lost. It was a straight shot.
Yeah.
You know,
this wasn't 1999.
Showed up late, was rude, didn't have lines memorized, and she was a key player. It was just, you know, and it's just, you know.
I've had an actress pull up on set, and I was PAing, and I was like, hey man, excuse me, like we're rehearsing on set. You're welcome on set. And she said, I need to go to my dressing room first. I need to get in the wardrobe and makeup. And I was like, yeah, but they want to rehearse before that and then bring you in. It was like, and she was kind of rude about it and just went to her trailer, and so I had to go deliver the news to the AD and the director.
How'd that go?
I was like, well, that was their problem. I mean, because they could tell they were a little frustrated. They were just like, really? Oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Like,
prima donna.
Yeah. You know, I was like, whoa.
How'd that make you feel?
Like, you know, I keep talking about how I watched Halloween Unforgiven last night. Honest to God truth, when it comes to the part of Allison, I'm amazed that none of us thought about using Fred's girlfriend. She was there all 3 days. And it never, and even Fred said that, it never crossed any of our minds to use her. And I
don't think she could have been there for, she
was there all 3 days.
Well, I mean, yeah, we didn't think because we didn't have Fred that night. The first night.
We were at Fred's mom's house the first night.
Well, I mean, whenever we wrapped them all and stuff, and we went back, they were done. You know?
But I think I even on when we did the 1 year anniversary thing, I think I even said, I'm amazed that we didn't use her for something, and I called her the wrong name, and Fred goes, that's my sister's name, not my girlfriend's name.
Smooth.
You know, and because I'm bad with names. You know, I hadn't seen her in a year.
Like that one guy who commented, he said, this is so bad it's comical. So I said, you must have liked Halloween Ends then. And he said, sure did. Carpenter knew what he was doing. You, on the other hand, have no clue. This shit was laughable. Good footage for my documentary, though. You can't direct for shit. Your actors sound like they're reading lines rather than real people having conversations. This is what happens when you don't even know how ignorant you are about your filmmaking, can't recognize your own mediocrity. So I said, excuse me, sorry. I didn't say that. But I said, it makes sense then. You couldn't tell a great film from your asshole. Carpenter has been on record to say he didn't like Ends so much, so there's that. Carpenter only produced and scored. His original film is by far supreme, obviously. Glad you were entertained regardless. I appreciate you wanting to give my film a spotlight in your documentary, good or bad. Being acknowledged means that we left a marked impression on you to the 300 other fans. Plus, they thought we did a phenomenal job and thought it was much better result than Ends. So again, I see why you don't like mine, but to each their own. Sorry you have a shitty taste in movies. I thought that was just a funny
idiot
comment from the film.
Yeah. You know, so you and I, you know, we've started filming director's cut. Mm-hmm. Okay. And, you know, even though we said we'd never go do another fan film, Joe.
It's not happening.
Asshole. Joe. You know, the I can't believe we didn't think about that. So the first day on set, talking about bad experiences on set, neither one of us thought of that. So we're getting things set up, and him and I are going across the street, taking stuff over. And all of a sudden, this dude pulls up, and he's like, "Can I help you?" And I'm like, "No, we're all right. We're getting things ready for the filming." And he goes, "Filming? What do you mean filming?" And we're like, "We're filming a movie here, dude." And he goes, "No, you're not." And I'm like, "Who the fuck are you to tell?" And like, he was just so hateful. And it was
stressful.
Yeah, it was so bad that it sent Ryan into a massive panic attack.
Yeah, it was stressful.
And you know, that was the first night we met Ashley. You know,
so what? It was the neighbors across the street who were trying to film there?
No, it was their son.
And their son pulled up?
Yeah. They had forgotten to tell him that we were doing this.
Oh, God.
So he's just like, there's no way they would be allowing you to do this.
Yeah. So after all this and
call him an ass,
all the nonsense, he comes back and he goes, "You know, I want to apologize." He goes, "I was completely out of line. I was rude." He was curious about what we were doing. When he finally saw what we were doing, he thought it was cool. But he just, I remember, because like I don't know if you remember much from that night, but like Ryan was just like spent. Like, it sent him into a bad panic attack, and like
good on-set experiences all around.
You know, so
that was a bad one.
Yeah,
I mean, it was good. It was good, but it was just a bad moment. Honestly, it didn't ruin this set.
And it wasn't.
We all
bad.
got back on our groove, and it was all good.
It wasn't bad because of anything we did. It was bad because of communication fail.
Mm-hmm.
But
good footage though.
I don't mind. He recorded a little bit. Not too much, but there's a little bit of the guy, of everything. I don't know that's going on screen. I don't remember if we did or not. I don't know.
You know, and then
that was interesting.
Yeah, that was.
I've never had happened before.
Yeah, I remember because you start laughing. Because as soon as he walks in, you're laughing because you're like, "Is this dude for real?"
There was
You're
one
like-
time we were filming for The Heart, and we were doing the party scene, and we had gotten there a little too late, and we were there for reshoots, and the people went to bed, so we all showed up, and was sitting outside and like waiting for people to open up, but they went to bed because we showed up late, so we couldn't do the party scene. Everybody got mad at me. I was like, "Well, I'm sorry, but we can still shoot this scene."
I
felt
wish
bad
we
about
got it on
that.
camera.
Yeah, I felt bad about that. But then there was also a time where people just felt like they got their stuff and moved on. And it was like, they didn't know how films work. So like, oh, you already filmed with me. Why do you need to film more? It's like, because you're in more scenes. What do you
Yeah.
think? So I have to reshoot things. They're like, I don't need to shoot more. I already shot that. I'm like, yeah, but it takes multiple takes, multiple angles, this and that. And I just want to make sure everything looks good and right. So, I mean,
Not to cut off, but what's our time?
we're nearing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say good. It was 10:15.
You know, what the hell was that?
It was me. Sorry.
I was like, okay.
What about you, man? You have some on-set experiences. You do some weird things for some change.
Like that coffee at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
We're trying to film.
Hey, when you're in nothing but boxers and a mechanic's outfit that's torn up because, you know, you got shot in it, and it's in the middle of October and it's ballsack cold, you know, you're going to want something to warm you up, but, you know.
I had somebody one time get mad at me on set because I said, sir. I was like, here's your thing, sir. And he's like, you just call me sir? No joke. 'Cause I guess somebody didn't like to be called sir. And I was like, I apologize.
That's mighty whitey.
I've had that before.
Yeah.
Oh, God. The white of you.
Oh my
I've had that
gosh.
happen before at Casey's.
Oh my
I
gosh.
used to work
Oh,
there.
that
Dude
guy.
threatened to punch me in the face.
Oh,
What?
it was not taking.
Yeah. He goes, you call me sir again, I'll punch you in the face. All right, bud. Some guy. I don't know. Just a customer. He came up and I forgot what he was getting, but
People are rude, man.
yeah.
On-set experiences. What the fuck?
Yeah. I'll tell you, you know, I'll take the good, I'll take the bad. You know, I mean, as long as we don't have anything crazy like, you know, quiet on the set, we're, you know, fine. But,
Just gotta have fun.
I mean,
relax, and-
yeah. Like, we've had some good casts. You know, we've had some people that, you know, we probably wish we could have replaced at, you know, one point or another. But overall, I mean, it's worth it in my opinion, because I mean, these are memories that we're gonna have forever. You know, like my own brother is jealous because you can go to imdb.com, type in my name, and there I am. You know, nobody else in my family can say that. Nobody else in your family can say that. You know, that's a pretty cool thing. You know, we're in there with the elites of, you know, everybody in Hollywood because, you know, hey, we've made films. So, you know, that's pretty cool. You know, I've had people tell me that, hey, if we need extras, you know, when we film things, you know, call them, they'll come, you know, because they think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Because, like, I tell them stories of, you know, how we are on set, and they're, man, that sounds like so much fun. And I'm like, yeah, movie sets can be fun with the right people.
I made this post not too long ago, and it's basically to like show people that, you know, like without creatives or artists, it says I think everyone who responds to financial struggles of an artist as well, you should have gone to tech or something useful. You should go 30 days with no reading, no TV, no movies, no museum visits, no video games, no theater, and have art stripped from all other experiences, no music in restaurants, at sporting events, bars, stores, nothing, no audiobooks, or podcasts, or music on their commute. After 30 days deprived of all contribution of artists, I would be interested to know if anyone would still say if artists were a drain on society or unworthy of life. Just think about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's a lot that the artists do, creative people
Yep.
do, that help the regular non-creative people go about their, you know, bow tie 9 to 5.
Yeah.
and
Get
listen
through
to
their
stuff.
day.
Yeah, you know what
I mean, like, you know,
and there's so much of us out there, and and if living was easier, it could make everybody, you know, I would love to spend more money on marketing and putting, you know, advertising the podcast on different platforms, and I would love to advertise. I used to advertise my YouTube channel, but it's just hard to just be throwing it out there, you know, just, you know, money willingly to just for people not to really lag on, you know what I mean?
and, you know, like my nephew's friends, you know, they're watching the movie last night and they saw that we're at 104,000 some odd views, and they're like, "Dude,
Everybody
that
loves
is,
it.
huh?"
Everybody loves it, and I don't even care about. I don't care about any of that.
Well, they're like, "Dude, that's really cool. You know, you should be really proud of that." And I'm like,
I'm more proud of the fact that it's just if you enjoyed it, it's
Yeah.
entertaining.
and like I said, they watched it, and you know, they had the same comment that a lot of people had. You know, they wish it could have been, you know, an hour and a half. You know, and I told them, I said, well, at that time, money was, you know, tight. You know, he was, you know, having a baby and this, and this. You know, and they're like, well, hey, you know, that happens. But they're like, hey, you still got to film it. You got to be on the set for, you know, X amount of days. They're like, you know, nobody can take that away from me. And I'm like, if teenagers can understand that, why can't people our age understand that, you know, and be more supportive and try to help out? Because, you know, I see so many people sharing, you know, other people's, you know, GoFundMe's and
Here we
shit
go
for
again,
movies.
man. Here we go again. You got into this real talk last week.
You know, and like,
But no, I mean you're right though.
Sure.
it's,
And also speaking of last week, I told her we're all female now, by the way, because nobody called me out on it.
excuse me?
Whenever I said that we're missing an XY chromosome, we're the XY chromosome. Girls are XX, bro. So I don't know where
Who
my
pointed
head was.
that out?
Whenever I was listening to it, I meant to bring it up on this podcast, and it just popped in my head randomly when I was getting ready to search something, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got to bring that up." So, yes, and I
Call
honestly
us all girls.
honestly, I probably could have just not have said anything. No one would have noticed anything.
Yeah.
But that's what I said. I said, "We noticed we're missing an XY chromosome." No, it was Sarah XX.
You
We're
also
XY.
said your explicit hurt.
So yeah, oh yeah. So oh, my pussy hurts.
Excuse
So just so you all know,
Yeah. Apparently
we're
we don't.
missing an XY chromosome.
Apparently we don't know basic biology.
Right.
Nobody called me out when it happened. Nobody called me out listening to it. And I was just like, I got to bring that up on the podcast, but because I thought that was funny.
See, that's a funny time on a set.
Yeah, I
We
just
screwed-
assumed
we
you were
screwed up and
right.
called each other girls.
There we go on our own
Well,
podcast.
ladies,
Yes, I am a pretty girl now. I look fabulous with my beard. I look pretty.
don't tease me.
How should we end this?
Well,
Except for continue to check everything out. We got,
Yeah.
obviously got to do all of our plugs, shameless plugs, because,
well,
who else is going to do it? Like, literally, when you're starting out, and that's like people act like, like, you're you gotta promote yourself. You gotta say your brand. You gotta say I got merch. We got a vlog channel. We do this and that. Because otherwise, who else does? Until we get to that point. Because I mean,
Nobody's gonna do it for you.
Like, think about it. Not to bring in like any of these like Taylor Swift, for example. She's not out there going like she might say, "Here's my album's out now." But that's all she's got to say. She doesn't have to say like, share, subscribe because everybody's doing it. You know what I mean? I'm saying you don't see her going, "Here's my brand new." This, that, you know what I mean? Like, it's just,
with her and her XY chromosomes, she can stay away.
no, I'm just saying, like, you understand, like as a content creator, you gotta kind of basically shameless plug yourself. You gotta be like, here's this.
Yeah,
almost
like,
as
comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, almost as if there's, I don't know.
Yeah, I get what
Feels
you're
weird
saying.
to say, but it's
No,
the truth.
Like,
it's your thought.
I
I
do.
feel, honestly.
I do wish people would watch this. I
Well,
know.
you don't have to.
I know it's ridiculous because we ramble on about the most incoherent shit sometimes, and I get that. But, you know, if you're our friends or our family, you should be supporting us because, like I said last week,
better things to do.
people always ask
Other people to support.
You know, people are always asking me to borrow, as I put up air quotes, money, and you know, but they can't be bothered to share this, like it, watch it, you know, support it, you know, because if we get enough people to watch it and you know follow the analytics the right way, we could actually make money off this and put it in
about the money, but it just will help be able to produce more content because we can spend more time doing that.
Exactly, that's my point. You know,
and damn, people actually care and support, man. Maybe actually might get a little bit.
I mean,
a bump here and there.
You know, you can.
Gosh,
not that kind of bump. Like,
you know, like, but you know, they can support Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce and this person and that person.
Dude, all these celebrities that are about to be exposed, I can't wait for everybody to just be have their minds blown, bro, because it's gonna be wild. Because it's gonna be like support people who are true and honest and real and actually
like. I don't get it. Why can you support people you don't know?
I just hate money. Money sucks. Money's stupid. Everybody's all about for the money. Not everybody, but some people are just like, I gotta do this for the money. I gotta do that for the money. And I know money's money. I get it. But
that's great.
At the same time,
but you know, if you can, you know, without hesitation, ask one of us for money, but can't do something simple like and share and watch our stuff.
TJ was right. It's about like and share. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it.
You know, I like to share, man. But you know, like, share, comment. You know, do all that stuff. It doesn't take much. You know,
that's how you get people off your podcast by talking about it, and people are like, I don't want to hear it, and they skip it, and they skip over something cool, because then all of a sudden they hear some word like rock and roll. Or bomb, rain, Pokemon, or something. They skip and they're just like, what was it? Boobs?
See?
What? You see somebody skips and hears boobs and they're like, wait, what did I just miss? And they skip that.
I mean, and just,
Mommy, she showed me a movie. I like them too.
You know, it's like, you know, it goes back to a vlog you did last year. That you locked, and the only way you could get it was if somebody messaged you and asked for the link to it. I thought that was genius.
It was interesting because I wanted to see.
It was a social experiment to see how many people would actually get a hold of him to watch it. And how many people got a hold of you?
I don't remember now. It's been so.
It was like 10.
I don't remember, man.
And I was one of them.
People were freaking out too because they're like, "Is it a secret? Is there a secret about me? Is there something in there about me?"
Yeah, dude, I got like 4 phone calls from people asking if it was about them, and I'm like, I haven't even watched it yet. Let me watch it first.
I can't even remember.
Then I'll tell you.
Yeah, and it was. What was it? Some of it was we were getting Christmas stuff out, you know, a bunch of random stuff. But... You were in the vlog, and
oh, cool.
And it was just, I'm like, I thought that was genius because it's like, you know, this is a test to see how many people actually give a crap about what we're doing. And people failed miserably.
And whenever you interact with us and you talk about things or comment or something, and we can even talk about your comment on the podcast, this and that.
Yeah.
Drop topics you want to talk. I mean, that's what it's about. It's interacting, the interaction, you know. We're not just talking to each other. We're talking to you. We're talking to everyone. We're talking to God. We're talking to Jesus.
You and I are talking to each other, and Dalton's just sitting back and listening because, you know, as he says, I don't know what to say.
I was talking. Rude.
Yeah, man.
You know. But, you know, maybe if we murdered somebody on the podcast, people would watch it. I don't know.
No, bro.
Murder's wrong, TJ.
Only if you get caught.
I'm sorry you feel that.
I don't know, but does anybody have any closing statements? Because we're going to get off the off topic and it's going to turn into another 2-hour podcast, which is what episode 20 should have been. It's 2 hour. But I'm not going to make 2 hours back to back.
I will say this. Doing film has been one of the best things I've done in the last 10 years.
Film is awesome.
You know, 10 years. I've met a lot of great people. You know, wouldn't change it for anything.
Some of the best stories I've seen told on film recently is like Sound of Freedom, Sound of Hope. Some good stuff right there.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's real issues and everything.
Real life.
And it's just got a great message. That's all.
So, okay, I think we should end it on that note.
Yeah.
We need to come up with some kind of outro, like what we say for an outro, because we can't just be like, share, subscribe, goodbye, because everybody does that type of stuff, and you start coming up. So we already got Real Talk, Welcome to Talk After Dark, where we keep it real about life film, we already got our intro down.
All right, Eric, here's our outro.
No.
Let me guess, Miss Scoozy.
Piss
Let
off.
me guess.
No.
Yeah, because that's
No. You know,
It needs to be.
you want an outgoing message. Thank you to those that do watch.
it's a train horn.
Yeah, no, the damn train every week.
That's the outro right there.
Yeah, that should be it. You know, we do appreciate you guys that actually do watch and listen. I mean, there's not a whole lot of you, but at least we appreciate it. We acknowledge it, and so
Try to have fun.
Keep liking, keep sharing, keep commenting. Give us some topics you want to hear.
All that stuff, yeah, be real.
We're
really trying to pump out some content, get some RBG vlogs back, and got Director's Cut coming up, and so much future stuff.
There we go.
Yeah.
That could be somebody's homework for the week. Somebody give us an outgoing message you want to hear us say at the end of every episode.
No.
Hey, who knows? We might get one. But until
It'd
then,
be wild.
and until then, here's your outgoing message.
I'll keep it real.
Excuse me.
Excuse me, I keep it real.
Excuse you, keep it real.
All right. Well, episode 21 next week.
Yeah.
I
I think we're gonna try to get Bill Conklin
Yeah.
for some comedian talk.
Yeah.
Talk comedy, comedians, all that good stuff.
That's.
That'd be great.
I cannot wait to take you to one of these plays,
Plays?
dude. It's a freaking riot watching him on stage.
I believe it. He's a character.
Yeah.
Good night.
Yeah. So,
Just abruptly end it. Good night.
episode 21, possibly featuring Bill Conklin. We'll see. Good night. I love this stuff.
You're interrupting me.
Wait,
interrupting
hold on. Yeah, one thing to say to that.
Did you just fart?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Let one rip.
You have to zoom in on it.
What we do? You can't zoom in on the
Nasty.
fart. Can't zoom in on the fart.
I'll zoom in on it. No, instead of hearing the fart, I'll hear, excuse me.
Toot.
It's the excuse me fart.
What do you do?
I don't know what you're going to do, but I'm done.